Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, Ivy got a story for you that's going to make you look at the world and maybe even yourself a little differently. It's called The Fish Who Painted the Sky Blue. Imagine a world deep beneath the ocean waves, where everything was, well, just fish-colored. Browns, greens, greys. You get the picture. Pretty practical, but let's be honest, a little bit drab. Now, in this world lived a tiny, ordinary fish named Finny. Finny wasn't the strongest, the fastest, or the most colourful. In fact, he was a rather plain little fellow. But Finny had a secret. A vivid, bursting imagination. He'd spend hours gazing upwards, not at the surface of the water, but asterisk through asterisk it, dreaming of colours he'd never seen. One day, Finny saw it, a fleeting glimpse of something utterly magnificent above the waves. A brilliant, impossible blue. It was so bright, so clear, so utterly different from anything in his underwater world. From that moment on, Finny couldn't think of anything else. He felt a deep, undeniable urge to bring that color into his world. Now, you might think, how can a fish paint the sky blue, especially when he lives underwater? And you'd be right to wonder. Finny faced a lot of skepticism. His fellow fish, good-natured as they were, just didn't get it. Why bother, Finny? They'd ask. The ocean is perfectly fine as it is. Besides, where would you even get blue paint? But Finny wasn't deterred. He knew deep in his fins that this was something he had to do. He started small. He collected tiny, shimmering blue shells, bits of iridescent seaweed, anything that even hinted at that wondrous color. He'd arrange them carefully, meticulously, on rocks near his home. It wasn't painting. Not yet, but it was his way of bringing blue into his life. He experimented with different plants, trying to extract pigments, even though most just turned murky in the water. He learned about currents, about light refraction, about everything that could help him understand how that magnificent blue appeared and how he might capture it. Slowly, Finny's determination started to inspire others. A shy pufferfish offered to help him search for the bluest corals. A wise old sea turtle shared ancient tales of light and shadow. Even the grumpy crab, who usually just scuttled around, started pointing out shiny blue-tinged pebbles he found. Finny wasn't just pursuing his dream anymore, he was building a community around it. One particularly sunny day, after countless attempts and a lot of trial and error, Finny had an idea. He'd noticed how the sunlight, filtering through the clearest parts of the ocean, seemed to take on a faint blue hue. What if he could amplify that? He guided his friends to a vast open cavern where the light streamed down most powerfully. Together, they began to polish the walls of the cavern with their smooth scales, removing years of dull sediment. They arranged the bluest shells and corals they'd found, creating intricate mosaics that caught and reflected the light. And then it happened. As the midday sun pierced the surface and reflected off their collective artwork, the cavern filled with an ethereal, glowing blue. It wasn't the sky blue from above the water. Not exactly, but it was a vibrant, undeniable blue that shimmered and danced around them. It was their blue. It was the blue they had created. The entire community gathered, eyes wide with wonder. They had doubted, they had questioned, but they had also helped, and now they saw the impossible made real. Finny, the ordinary fish, hadn't just painted a sky, he had painted a sense of possibility, a vision, right there in the heart of their ocean home. So, what can we learn from Finny? It's simple, really. Don't let anyone tell you your dreams are too big, too impossible, or too out of your league. What seems ordinary today could be the beginning of something extraordinary tomorrow. Sometimes it takes a little fish with a big dream to show us that imagination, perseverance, and a little help from friends can truly change the world around us. Think about your own blue sky. What is that one thing you dream of creating, achieving, or bringing into your life, even if it seems utterly impossible right now? Maybe it's a new skill, a creative project, or even just making a small positive change in your community. Like Finny, start small, collect your blue shells, share your vision. You never know who you might inspire and what incredible beauty you might collectively bring into existence. Thank you so much for joining me today for this story. If Finny's adventure inspired you, please hit that like button, subscribe for more uplifting content, and let me know in the comments below what your blue sky dream is. I love hearing from you all. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep creating, and keep painting your world blue.